Thank you for joining me. My name is Jess, and I'll be your guide here for the next 16 minutes. Let's grab 2 blocks and a strap. And today's peak pose, we'll be working on Kapinjalasana. So think about shoulder strength, a little core strength, and adding a little back bend with a little side plank action. And I'll show you the modified variations and the full expression as well. So get your props, and then we're just going to start out on our backs. And then just take a moment to get yourself situated here. Like any variation of a Shavasana, you could have the knees bent, you could have the legs straight, arms wide, one hand on the chest, one on the belly. Make it comfortable. Feel free to dim the eyes, let them feel heavy. Just finding that breath, and we're breathing in and out. Now, once you're ready, start to deepen the breath simply by inhaling through the nose. And a big go outside the mouth, out the mouth, let it out. Again, inhale another breath in. And just feeling that belly puff up against the hand if it's there. And then with the exhale, feeling that belly pull in, naturally deflating. Good, again, inhale. And exhale. So feel free to stay with this breath or start to move with the Ujjayi Pranayama breath, creating the internal heat. Inhale through the nose. And then exhaling out the nose. Okay. Exhale. Once more together, inhale. And exhale. So for the next couple rounds, just finding your breath. And you may stay with that first breath, you may stay with that last one, whichever one feels comfortable. Just being aware throughout the practice, really noticing the breath. If you notice that you're holding the breath, you want to hold the pose, not the breath. Then as you're ready to start to slowly wake your body up, find little movements. You could wiggle fingers and toes, stretch up the face. You start to sway the knees side to side, bend the knee towards the body. You could even kick a leg up towards the sky, anything. Maybe it's that full morning stretch, just taking the arms overhead, kicking the legs towards the front, spreading those fingers and toes, and just radiating in every direction, just like that morning sun. Now we're just going to start out with the hips. So from here, just pull the right knee towards your chest and interlace the fingers around the kneecap. Inhale. And then with the exhale, just really pull the right knee in towards your armpit. Keep flexing the feet, left heel down, toes up. Good, 2 more breaths. Inhale. And with the exhale, really pull that knee in. Keep the elbows in close. The back of the head is sinking, and the shoulders are pressing down. 1 more round. Inhale. And exhale. And then release the grip, lengthen that right leg long, set up for the other side. Bend that left knee towards the chest. Interlace the fingers, having the other hand on top this time. Right heel down, toes up, inhale. With the exhale, pull that left knee in. Soften the shoulders, low back is flat. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Again, inhale. And exhale, gentle squeeze, pull it in. And then from here, release it. Now find your strap. And then from here, you're going to bend the right knee towards the chest. And you're gonna flex your right foot. Then you're gonna find your strap and you're gonna kick the ball of the foot into the strap. Find a comfortable grip with the hand, shouldn't be too tight, not too loose. And then from here, really flex the right foot. Take a moment, check in with the shoulders, make sure they are grounded, even that low back is sinking flat. And really flex the foot. You can even start to spread the toes. Inhale, now with the first exhale, just push down the foot, find this little plug of this femur bone with that hip socket. Good, again, inhale, and exhale, give it a little pull. And if this feels good, stay here for a breath or two more, or once you're ready, inhale. And with the exhale, start to slowly pull the leg in towards your body. So feeling that really creepy sensation behind the back part of the leg, from the Achilles all the way to that hamstring. Inhale. Exhale, pull, soft grip, soft base. Once more, inhale. And exhale, pull it in. Now from here, move the strap into the right hand and take your left hand on top of your left hip to really stabilize the hip. And then from here, let gravity do its thing, having the right leg opening out to the side. And you might release the grip on the strap. You might grab the edge of the foot. And just take a moment, really check with that left cheek and noticing if that's lifting up. And if that's the case, take the hand on the hip, anchor it down, or bend that left knee for leverage. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, and flex that right foot. Shrug the kneecap up, really firm up that front of the thigh, that quadricep. And with that next inhale, just start to slowly take it back to center. Now from here, move the strap to the left hand, scoot your hips towards the right to give yourself some room. And then from here, letting the leg come across the body. Make it like a little L with the legs. Bring awareness to that left pinky edge of the foot, flex it. Really press down through it. Reach the right arm out if you choose. If you want to do something on the neck, gaze over the right shoulder. 3 deep breaths. And with the breaths, if it helps, you might think like 5 counts in and 5 counts out. Keeping it nice and even. And with that next inhale, slowly take it back to center. And then from here, go microbound with that right knee, lengthen that right leg long, keep the strap close by. Find Shavasana. 2 rounds, just breathing and noticing how this right leg feels, energized, maybe even longer. And then moving on to the other side, start to slowly bend that left knee towards the chest. From here, find that strap, flex the foot, kick the ball of the foot in towards that strap. Check in with the spine, back the head, shoulders, low back pressing, right heel down, toes up. Inhale. Exhale, flex that foot, shrug the kneecap up, firm up the thigh, inhale. Now with the exhale, push down on that leg. Find a little plug. Again, inhale. Exhale, just a little pull. Inhale. Now with the exhale, start to slowly pull the leg in towards your body. Keep flexing the foot. Feel that little stretch the back part of the leg. Inhale. Exhale. Pull it in. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Pull, pull, pull. And then from here, move the strap to the left hand. Take your right hand on top of that right hip, weigh it down, and then let gravity do its thing. Leg opening out to the side. Keep flexing the foot. Spread the toes. Lifting kneecap up. Firm up that left thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, slowly take the leg back to center. Move the strap to the right hand this time. Scooch the hips towards the left side of your mat. And then from here, letting the strap guide the leg across the body. Finding that twist. Flex the feet. Think about that right pinky edge this time. Press down through it. Just bringing awareness to it. Maybe gaze over that left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, slowly float back to center. Micro bend with the knee. Take a moment, find some stillness, your Shavasana. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. And then from here, just bend the knees and towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug here. Shoulders could be up or down, you choose. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the knees in. Again, inhale. And exhale, pull, pull, pull. Let's take this into a full happy baby. Open the knees out wide and then flex the feet up towards the ceiling. Finding the grip maybe behind the thighs, the calves, heels, big toes, edge of the feet. Or call on that handy dandy strap using the full length of it to really push down on the feet to work the knees down. You might even feel like a little ninja kicking one leg out. As the other one comes in and just swaying back and forth, back and forth. Maybe even straighten the legs. Be a full straddle with the legs. Last round. And then you start to slowly, if you have the strap, move it to the side. We're going to make our way into a child's pose. If you're feeling a little active, you can take the grip behind the thighs and just doing like a little rock and roll action on your mat, just going back and forth, the lengthwise on your mat. And if it's like this is just not my thing this morning, feel free just to roll onto your right or left side using that bottom arm like a little pillow, making your way into fetal ball position. Breath or two here. Once you're ready, use those strong hands, press yourself on up, and then we'll make our way into a child's pose. So you're gonna make your way to the back of your mat. Open the knees out nice and wide, big toes touching. Think about sinking the hips down towards the heels, lengthen the arms forward, spread those fingers wide, relax the forearms, drop the forehead down. Wiggle the hips slightly back. Inhale, take a full breath in. And with the exhale, press the floor with the hands, long arms, start to notice how the shoulders work back and down. And good, again, inhale. Exhale, press. Once more, inhale. And exhale, press the floor away, hips down. And with the next inhale, just start to slowly take the gaze forward and then make your way onto your hands and knees. So have the knees underneath the hips, heels and hands near the shoulders, point your fingers forward. With the next inhale, just let the belly sink on down. Open and free, maybe gaze up. And then with the exhale, press the floor away, round the back, pull the navel in, shoulders up towards the sky like a cat. Good, again, inhale. And exhale. Now again, inhale. And exhale. From here, start to slowly take the gaze forward. From here, you're going to widen the stance with the hands, like off your mat. So hands could be flat. You might even tap the fingers. It's really up to you. So with the inhale, you're going to really drop that chest down, making contact with the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades in. With the exhale, press the floor away. The fingertips, round the shoulders up, maybe chin towards the throat. I'm going to twice more. Inhale, give into gravity, chest down. Exhale, press the floor away, round. Once more. Inhale. And exhale, press, round. Hold it here just for a little bit. Start to shift the weight forward a little bit more. Shoulders up, chin in, shoulders up. And then start to slowly relax here. Have the hands flat. From here, let's lengthen the right leg long. Tuck your right toes under. And take a moment, noticing that the belly is dropping down. Pull the belly in, round the shoulders slightly. And then just tucking the 5 toes under. All you're going to do is just rock the weight back and forth. So nothing too big here, but just waking up the leg. Feeling in the toes. You're going to take this even further. Feel free to really bend into that knee. Sinking the hips back, waking up the calf and Achilles. Want a little more action, you might start to hover the left knee off the floor, maybe the whole entire leg, and it could be a very small movement. It could be a big dynamic movement. Up to you. One more round. And then from here, if that knee is up, start to slowly drop it down. So that left knee's right at the hip. You have the heels, hands through the shoulders. From here, listen, you're going to spin this right foot flat and you're going to open out towards the right side. And then from here, take the gaze towards that left knee, ground it, and just play with the angle with that shin. Now from here, that left hand is underneath the shoulder. Firm up the hand. I'll spread the fingers, firm up the arm. And what I mean by that is, so if the shoulder's by the ear, you want to press the floor away, firm up the arm. Imagine that the arm is like a coil, nice and strong. You can take that right hand to the hip, open the chest out to the side, rotating, keeping that hand firm, feeling in the shoulder. And then from here, maybe you start to slowly take the gaze up towards the sky. Maybe if you're getting a little dizzy, take the gaze grounded. If you reach the right arm up towards the sky, keep pressing the floor away, stack the shoulders. Feeling even more adventurous, you might start to hover the right heel up. It doesn't have to be too high. Or you might even start to work that heel towards your glute. You might take that right hand, press it against the thigh. You might reach towards the top of the foot and it's kicking back and up. So finding a little back bend here. Opening the chest up to the side. The next 3, 2, 1, and release it. Ground the hand and knee. Take 2 rounds of cat and cow or really any free movement. Inhale. Exhaling. Again, inhale. And exhale. Other side. So find that flat back, low ribs in, shoulders round, gaze forward. From here, lengthen left leg long, tuck the left toes under, and just rock the weight back and forth. And noticing if maybe one side's a little bit tighter than the other, that's normal. Then deeply into the knee, feeling adventurous, start to hover the knee, maybe taking the whole right leg up off the mat. Smaller, big movement. Be creative. Once more. And then from here, dropping that knee down. So right knee underneath the hip. From here, think about that left heel or left foot. You're going to spin it down. Even that left pinky edge making contact, clamp it down. Now from here, the right hand's underneath the shoulder. Spread the fingers and firm up the arm. From here, take that right knee underneath the hip. Play with the angle with that grounded knee. So you're thinking about that heel of the hand lining up with that right knee, with that back right, left heel. Take left hand to the hip. Inhale. Exhale, press the floor away. Wake up the obliques here. Once you're ready, maybe reaching the arm up towards the sky. You might even reach it forward. You might make really big movements with the arm. You choose. And then from here, find a little stillness, firm up. And then from here, maybe a little hover with that left foot. Take a moment, find that balance. And then from here, you might start to work that heel in towards your glute. Maybe reaching that hand, pressing it in towards the thigh, or maybe grabbing the top of the foot. Call on a strap if you need to. Squeeze the shoulder blades in, keep open the heart out to the side. Kicking back and up for the next 3, 2, 1. Good work, release it. And let's find a child's pose here. Knees wide, arms long. Breathe into low back. 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhaling. We're going to take this into a modified flow. So with the next inhale, take the gaze forward, ride that breath, find a modified high plank. And then with the exhale, start to slowly drop it down. Modify if you need to. Keep the elbows in. Dropping the chest down. With that inhale, find a little back bend, any variation. And then with the exhale, take it back into a child's pose. Arms are long, hips down. A breath. Inhale. And exhaling. Good again. Inhale, shift the weight, modify high plank. Exhale, drop it down. Drop it longer. Inhale, hurt through hands. Your back bend. And then with the exhale, take it back. Child's pose, arms long. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhaling. Again, inhale. And exhaling. From here, just start to slowly take the gaze forward. Tuck your 10 toes under. And then just start to slowly lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Think about making a long upside down V shape with the body. Feel free to find some movement here if this is your first down dog, or feel free to be still. Maybe a little sway with the hips, the heels. Maybe taking that full vinyasa if you need it. And then once you're ready, start to find some stillness. Let's have a deep bend in the knees, being kind to the low back and the hamstrings. So bend the knees, heels will pop up. Take the gaze between the hands. Spread those fingers wide, point your fingers forward. Inhale. Now with the exhale, press the floor away. Keep those arms nice and long. Let the gaze drop maybe to the belly or the back of your mat. Shoulders still sliding down away from the ears. Maybe start to work the heels slightly down, but I'm thinking more about focusing more on the length of the spine rather than the depth of the heels. That will come in time. Now with that next inhale, lift the heels up high, bend the knees nice and deep, and then take it right back into that down dog, just like a little wave. Again, inhale, lift the heels up, little bend the knees, and then take it back, easing your way into that down dog. Now with that next inhale, shift the weight forward, find a high plank. Firm it up, modify if you like. And with the exhale, start to slowly lower down, take the gaze forward, keep the elbows in nice and close. Inhale hard through hands, your back bend. And then with the exhale, lean back, down dog. Inhale. Exhaling. Once more, inhale, shift the weight, high plank. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, hard through hands. Exhale, take it back, down dog. Inhale. And exhaling. With your inhale, reach the right leg up towards the sky. Take a moment, noticing if the hip is opening out to the side. If that's the case, flex the foot and spin that right pinky toe down. Inhale, exhale, draw that knee in towards the chest, pull it in just like that cat pose. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull that knee in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee towards chest, place the foot right between the hands, find a high lunge, prep. So take a moment, you're gonna tap the fingers, maybe call in some blocks or bucks. You're gonna bend that right knee, kneecap is over the heel. That back left heel is lifting nice and high. Think about the heart working forward, like you're making a diagonal line from that back heel, with the crown of the head. Inhale, let the belly hang down towards the thigh. Exhale, pull that low belly in, just sneaky core work twice more. Inhale. Exhaling. Again, inhale. And exhale, pull it in. Now with that next inhale, rise up, finding a high lunge here. So keep bending at the knee, the navel's front center, hips like a little headlights to the front edges of your mat. Any variation with the arms here, feeling wobbly, go close the arms. Inhale, crown the head lifts. Exhale, sink down to the lower. But again, inhale. And exhaling. Start to visualize a warrior two. Keep that front knee bent. Now you're gonna find this heel to arch alignment, front knee still bent. The distance between your feet is your leg distance. You might bob into it with that standing leg, with that straight leg, and then eventually finding your setup. You might start with the hands and the hips. And once you're ready, open the arms up wide. Think about the shoulders right over the hips. Noticing the butt sticking out, pull the low belly in. Gaze over the right fingertips. Inhale. Exhaling. Again, inhale. And exhale. From here, listen, reverse it. Flip your right palm up. From here, think about reverse warrior two, reaching the right arm up towards the sky. Like someone's pulling you up. Left hand can press on top of the thigh, or maybe feeling adventurous, taking that left hand around, grabbing the inner part of that right thigh. So it's going to help you with a little external rotation, working that right thigh out. Inhale, press the thigh, lift up. Exhale, press the thigh, reach towards the back. Good. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. The next inhale, start to slowly pass to a warrior two. From here, extend the side angle, taking the right elbow maybe on top of the knee. Maybe calling on a block, or drawing the hand down towards the floor. Any variation with the arm, maybe on the hip, towards 12 o'clock, maybe towards the front of the room. Think about this elbow knee connection. Each exhale, having the elbow pressed back, you need to open the chest up a little bit more. Once more, inhale. And exhale. From here, listen, take the gaze down, ground the hands. Toe heel the right foot up, kind of the right edge of your mat, drop the left knee down. Finding a little lunge here. Take the gaze down, chin towards the throat. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. From here, listen. Round the left hand down. Reach the right up towards the sky. Think about pulling the right hip back, left hip forward. So stacking the shoulders, spread those fingers wide. Inhale. Exhale, press the floor away. Again, inhale. Exhaling. From here, left hand is grounded, left knee grounded. Listen, you're going to toe heel this right foot back. You might even sweep the leg towards the back. Setting up for that modified side bend where we started out. So again, stack the shoulders, play with the grounded knee. Maybe you float the leg. Maybe this time you kick back into that hand. Call on the strap, squeeze the shoulder blades in, open the chest out. Keep breathing. And release. From here, ground the hand. Find your high plank if you choose. Exhale, take that flow. Drop it down. Inhale, that back bend. Exhale, take it back. Down dog. Inhale. Exhale, come off, just practice. Again, inhale. And exhaling. Other side. Inhale, left leg up towards the sky. Take a moment, noticing the toes, the hips, if they're opening out to the side. Spin the left pinky toe down, flex the foot if that helps. Exhale, draw the knee towards the chest, pull it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull that knee in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee towards chest, foot right between the hands. Think about that high lunge prep. Bend into the left knee. Take a moment to find the foundation. So left knee pulling back, right hip forward, tent those fingers, call on your props if you need them. Inhale, let the belly hang down towards the thigh. Exhale, pull that low belly in and out. Twice more, inhale. Exhale, contract. Again, inhale. Exhale, pull in and out. With that next inhale, rise up. Widen the stance if you need to. The stance is based on your hips. So if it feels like you're walking in a track lane, widen the stance. Inhale like someone's pulling you up. Exhale, keep sinking. Press down to that back, 5 toes. That leg is like a beam. Once more, inhale. And exhaling. Visualize that warrior two. You're gonna spin that right heel down, adjust the stance, bending to that left knee nice and deep. Open the arms up wide, find the gaze, left fingertips. Inhale. Exhaling. Little trick, if you look over that left knee, you can still see the 5 toes. If not, overshooting it, adjust it. With that next inhale, reverse it, left palm up. Exhale, reaching towards the back. Again, that right hand on top of the thigh. You might take the hand all the way around, grabbing the inner part of that left thigh, thinking about that left thigh working out, a little extra rotation. Inhale like someone's lifting you up, press into the thigh. Exhale, press the thigh, reach back now. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. With the next inhale, you can release the bind, finding that warrior two. Exhale, think about that extended side angle. So maybe elbow on top of the knee. Be honest. Maybe calling on the block or grounding the hand towards the floor. Here, right hand could go on towards the hip, open the hip out towards the side, open the chest. Maybe reaching the arm up towards 12 o'clock or making that long diagonal line, bicep to the back, ridge the ear. Inhale, exhale, have the elbow press back and you open the body a little more to the side. Another breath. Inhale and exhaling. From here, listen, ground the hands. So heel the left foot out to the left edge of your mat, ground the right knee down. Take a moment, this low lunge, gaze down, chin towards throat, 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhaling. Again. Inhale. And exhaling. Think about that low lunge, easy twist. So this time you're going to have the right hand flat. From here, you're going to reach the left arm up towards the sky. Pull left hip back, right hip forward. Spread the fingers, energize. Inhale. Exhale, press the floor away. Once more, inhale. And exhale. From here, make sure the hand is flat from up the shoulder. Again, if that shoulder's by the ear, press the floor away. From here, you can toe heel the foot back. You might even sweep the leg back. Thinking about that right hand underneath the knee underneath the hip, back foot flat. Feeling adventurous, maybe hover it. Once you're ready, breaking the heel towards the glute. Grab to the top of the foot. Squeeze the shoulder blades in. Open the heart. Stay here for the next 3, 2, 1, and release. Find the high plank. Little vinyasa here if you choose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, take it back. Down dog. Inhale. Exhaling. Again, inhale. And exhaling. From here, let's take a moment. Let's ground the knees. Take the hand on top of the knees. The inhale, crown head lifting up. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Go down to your seat. Again, inhale. And exhaling. Now we're going to take it to the arms. We're going to work with the shoulders because in Kapinjalasana, there's kind of like a really funky grip. So we really have to wake up these like little hamster wheels. So let's reach the right arm out. Inhale, reach the arm up towards the sky. Then take that right hand towards the right shoulder blade. Palm flattened towards the body. Right elbow goes up. From here, think about that left arm sweep, reach it out. Think about that left thumb working down towards the low back. And then maybe grabbing an article of clothing between the hands. Maybe you take the strap right between the hands. Or you could have the fingertips clasped. Really make it accessible though, no forcing here. Inhale, lengthen. And with the exhale, tighten up the grip just a little bit more. Hug the bicep towards that ear. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale, tighten it up. Again, inhale. And exhale, tighten it up. Then from here, release it, setting up for the other side. Reach the left arm up towards the sky, palm towards left shoulder blade. Reach the right arm out, take that hand down towards your low back, and then start to slowly, you can creepy crawly the fingertips towards one another, article of clothing, maybe calling on that strap. Again, make it accessible. So left elbow up, right elbow down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tighten it up. Again, inhale. Exhale. Tighten up the grip if you can. Once more, inhale. And exhale. From here, start to slowly release the grip. And then from here, we're going to take it into eagle arms. So with the next inhale, sweep the arms up. Now with the exhale, think about this right arm underneath the left. Right arm underneath the left. So you can twine the arms. Hands could be in a prayer position. They might be in a fist. And if this is like, Jess, this is just too much with my shoulders, give yourself a hug. Grab the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Try to tighten the grip even more. You have the bind of the hands. Inhale. Now with the exhale, press the palms in one another. Tighten up the arms. Shoulders down to elbow, shoulder height once more. Inhale. And exhale. Tighten it up. And then from here, start to slowly release it. Inhale, reach the arms up. Setting up for the other side. So this time, think that left arm underneath the right. Left arm underneath the right. Tighten up the grip. Shoulders down, elbow, shoulder height. Inhale. Exhale, palms pressing towards one another. Again, inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Tighten it up. From here, release it. And then from here, you're going to make like little kickstands with the hands toward the back of your mat. Maybe tempting fingers, hands to be flat, even calling on blocks if you need them. And all you're going to do is just squeeze the shoulder blades in, lifting the heart up. Try to lift up and out of the hips. Like imagine you have one of those medicine balls underneath your low back and just going up and over it. You could work with the chin towards the throat. And then once you're ready, just taking the gaze up the wall towards the ceiling, letting the head fall back. 2 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze shoulder blades in. Keep lifting the heart up. Once more. Inhale. And exhale. The next inhale, start to slowly work the chin towards the throat. Let's take it into a little counter pose, embryo pose. Drop the forehead down. Keep the arms nice and long. Just relax here. 2 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. And then from here, just start to slowly take the gaze forward, ground the hands, tuck the toes, make your way to that down dog. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, let the breath out. From here, take the gaze between your thumbs, lift the heels up high, bend your knees, and however many steps it takes to make your way to the top of your mat, maybe you flow all the way, just make your way to the top of your mat. And with that next inhale, find a little halfway lift, bend the knees if you need to. And with the exhale, hinge, find a forward fold. So good, twice more. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Crown the head reaching forward. And exhale, release. Find that forward fold once more. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, hinge and release. Now with that next inhale, start to slowly roll it up and take your time. Legs could be straight, knees could be bent. You can walk the hands up the legs. Make it comfortable. That chin will stack last. You're gonna find your wings up to the side. Gaze up, look up, lift. And then slowly just taking the hands through heart center. Arms right along the body. Now find your strap. And I kind of find it helpful to make a loop, but you don't have to make a loop, but just a suggestion. Now we're going to slide the strap underneath our right ball of the foot. And then from here, let's press down to the left foot. The left leg could be straight. You might bend that knee if that's a little bit easier, your choice. Come a bit more center here. Now shift the weight to that left side. With that next inhale, start to lengthen that right leg forward. Finding the grip on the strap, kind of like we did earlier in the beginning of class. So again, if it's like Jess, feeling really wobbly, bend the knee. Noticing if you're leaning back, hold the low belly and try to stack the shoulder right over the hip, over the heel. Flex the foot, inhale. Exhaling, listen, start to slowly open the leg out right out to the side. Keep that heel level with the hip. It's not how high can I get the leg. Breathe, inhale. Exhaling. Listen, you're going to do like a little dippy do. That's what I call it. You're going to drop the right knee down, keep the right elbow in close, and the right elbow goes right up towards the sky. And that's all you're going to do. We're going to do that 2 more times. Going to keep that leg forward. Inhale. Exhale. With that next inhale, open the leg right out to the side. If you fall out, it happens. That's real life. Then once you're ready, think about bending the knee, dropping the left knee down, right elbow in, right elbow goes up towards the sky. Once more. Kick into the strap. Inhale. Exhaling. Inhale, open up the leg. Exhaling. Do that dippy do. Right knee down, right elbow up. Now hold it right here. So really flex that right foot. Keep the right elbow up. Maybe working the bicep towards the back edge of the ear. Now kick back and up, back and up. Feeling wobbly, bend that knee. Stay here for the next 3, 2, 1, and release. It's good work. That was a little tender with the low back. Let's leave that aside. Just a little practice, nothing too serious. And then moving on to the other side. So from here, taking the strap underneath the left ball of the foot. Shift the length of the right foot. Inhale, reach the left leg long. Exhale. Inhale, open the leg out to the side. Inhale. Exhale. Think about that little dippy do. Left knee down, left elbow nice and close towards the hip. Left elbow goes right up. Good, twice more. Your pace, or you can follow me. Left leg long, kick it out to the side. Think about that dippy do. Left knee down, left elbow up. Once more. Lengthen leg, open out to the side. Think about that dippy do. Left knee down, left elbow up. Flex the foot. Elbow up, nice and close to the ear. Kick back and up. Maybe take that right hand onto the hip. Feel free to bend the knee. Back and up for the next 3, 2, 1, and release it. Move the strap to the side. Full sway side to side. And then once you're ready, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms, lift. Then with the exhale, hinge, release. Inhale, halfway lift. From here, ground the hands. You can step it back, float it back, however you choose to make your way to the back of your mat. And eventually, we all meet in a down dog. So that next exhale, eventually make your way to your down dog. Inhale. And exhaling. Again, inhale. And exhaling. Inhale, right leg up towards the sky. Flex the foot. Exhale, stack the hips like a dog on a fire hydrant. Check in with the right armpit. Notice if it's opening out to the side. If that's the case, think about working the armpit down. Inhale, square off the hips. Exhale, knee towards chest. Place the foot right between the hands. Think about that warrior 2. Finding that deep bend, that front knee. Long leg distance stance. Arms wide. Just a breath here. Inhale. Exhaling. From here, listen, we're going to take this into a balancing half moon. So from here, reaching the right arm towards the top of your mat. Maybe the hand is flat. Maybe you call on some books or a block. Now from here, you're going to bend that back left knee, however many steps it takes to shift the weight forward. And again, the legs feeling really wobbly, bend into that knee. Activate the left foot, flex it, spread the toes. Left hand to hip, now rotate, open the body up to the side. You can have the gaze grounded if that helps. Maybe you start to take the gaze up. You can even reach the left arm up. Once you're ready, let's find a deep bend in that right knee, feeling like a little spring. From here, start to work that left heel in. 2 options. You could have that left hand pressing it towards the thigh, pressing the leg away, still find that little arch in that back. Or maybe reach the hand towards the foot, calling on the strap if you need it, on top of the foot. Deep bend the knee, squeeze the shoulder blades in, kick back and up, open the heart out to the side. Keep breathing, inhale. Exhale. Once more, stay with it, inhale. Exhaling. From here, listen, ground. Go back into that warrior 2. Bending the foot, back in that footprint. Arms out, warrior 2, inhale. Exhaling. Listen, high lunge as you twist. Ground the left hand down, toe the right foot out. Left ball the butt lifts. Reach the right arm up. Inhale. Exhaling. Once more. Inhale. Exhaling. Think about your side plank, so you can modify by dropping the left knee down, sweeping the right leg back. Or play around with your edges. Think about that left pinky edge, roll onto it, like we did doing the L kicks with the legs. Now from here, you can start to sweep the leg back. You can stack the feet on top of one another. Keep lifting the hips up, feeling adventurous, lift the leg up. Staying here for the next 3, 2, 1. Ground the hand, side plank, blow it out if you like. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, meeting back, down dog. Inhale. And exhaling. Moving right along the other side. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, stack hips. Flex the foot, left armpit facing down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, square it off. Exhale, knee towards chest. Place the foot right between the hands, setting up for that warrior 2. Come on up with that breath. Arms wide. Bend the gaze, left fingertips. Inhale. Exhaling. Start to visualize that balancing half moon. From here, reaching that left arm forward, rounding the hand towards the floor or block. However many steps it takes, find the lift. And again, the pickup with the right leg doesn't have to be too much. Bend into the knee, maybe that leg is straight. And if calling on a block or any prop, make sure the hand is right underneath the shoulder, working with that alignment. Flex the back foot. Maybe open up to the side. Inhale. Exhaling. From here, let's find a deep bend in that knee. From here, start to work the heel towards the glute. You might reach the hand pressing in towards the thigh, or maybe reaching the top of your foot. Bend into the knee, squeeze the shoulder blades in, open the heart out to the side. Inhale. Exhaling. Once more. Inhale. Exhaling. Release the grip. Think about that warrior 2. We were just there trying to land nice and soft. Inhale. Exhaling. High lunge, easy twist. Ground the right hand down. Toe heel the left foot out to the left edge of your mat. Reaching the left arm up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. And exhaling. From here, listen. Think about that side plank. You could ground the right knee down, sweeping the left leg back. You might approach it with that right leg straight. For those of you that are feeling adventurous, you might take the 2 peace fingers with the left hand, grab onto that big left toe. You're going to shift the weight in that right hand, press the floor weight, shift the weight the right pinky edge, and then kicking that leg up towards the sky, or just sweeping it up towards the sky. So strong arms, shoulders, belly. Inhale. Exhaling. Once you're ready, release it. Blow it out if you like. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, down doggy. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, breath out the mouth. Again, inhale. And exhaling. From here, drop the knees down. Find a comfortable sitting pose. And I'll show you the modified variation with the strap, without the strap. And I'll show you the full variation with the strap, without the strap. Okay. And I'm going to be showing you the right side so you guys can see what the back action looks like, because there's a lot going on there. So think about that side plank variation. You would start out with all fours and then, lengthening the leg back like we did in the beginning of class. So find your setup. Now once you're ready, you can call on that strap. So it takes kind of a little coordination here. So this is why I like the loop. So I'm going to have my hand flat, right knee ground underneath. Once I'm ready, I'm just going to lift my leg up. I could stay here, Or maybe think about that dippy do. Start to bend that left knee, keeping that left elbow nice and close and rotating it so that left elbow works towards the front. It's not how close can the toe get towards the crown of my head. Think about more openness, opening the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades in, flexing the foot. Staying here for the next 3, 2, 1, and release it. So that's one side. Let's do the other side. Find the setup, you start up from all fours. And then from here, you lengthen the right leg long, spin it down, adjust the knee, adjust that hand, make sure everything is like stacking. And then find the strap, kick into it, flex foot. You could stay here. Once you're ready, lift it up. It could be here. Once you're ready, think about that dippy do, bending that left knee, flexing the foot, kicking into the strap, working the elbow right towards the front. And again, just open. Doesn't matter what it looks like, we're on the field. For the next 3, 2, 1, and release it. Good work. Take a little break. Take the gaze forward. So now I'm going to show you the modified variation without the strap. So there's a really funky grip. You're going to have to grab onto your big toe. This is where I call it like the flip it and the reverse it. It always reminds me of Missy Elliott, this pose. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you start from all fours, pull in from the left leg long, spin it down, align, firm it up. Once you're ready, lift the left leg. And then from here, you're going to bend that knee. Now you're going to reach the hand towards the foot. Find the grip on top of the foot. Now you're going to flip it. Think about that thumb, big toe contact. So a really funky grip. Definitely, I need open shoulders. That's why we did shoulders. From here, you're going to flip it, reverse it, working that elbow towards the bicep, or bicep close to the back ridge of the ear. Tighten up the grip, use the strap as much as you need to. Kick back and up for the next 3, 2, 1, and release it. Feel free to take 2 rounds of cat and cow, or maybe that child's pose to give that low back a little breather. And then I'll meet you on the other side. So from here, find all fours, flat back. Lengthen that right leg long, spin it down, adjust knee, adjust the hand. From here, reaching the arm long, hover heel. Once you're ready, bend the knee in. Grab on top of the foot. And then from here, think about that dippy do. You're going to grab the top of the foot, but flip it, thumb and big toe making contact. Keep the elbow in, and then rotating, elbow working towards the front. Kick back and up for the next 3, 2, 1, and release. Take a moment to rest. Child's pose. Inhale. Exhaling. Again, inhale. And exhaling. All right. Now I'll show you the full variation. And I'll just show you that left side. Looks like I'm running out of time. Okay, so we're going to start out from your down dog. You're going to inhale, reach the left leg up towards the sky. And then from here, you're going to press down with that right hand. You're going to spin on the ball of the foot. Think about that right kink edge, clamp it down, have that big toe make contact. Shifting the weight. And then from here, finding a side plank. From here, start to slowly bend that knee. Grab the top of the foot. Shift the weight forward. Flip it. Thumb down. Nice tight grip. That dippy do. Elbow towards the front. Press floor away. Squeeze shoulder blades. Open up the heart for the next 3, 2, 1. Release it. Take a moment. Child's pose. Inhale. Exhaling. Again. Inhale. And exhale. I'll show you the other side as well. Gotta, be even on both sides. All right, start from that down dog. Inhale. Exhaling. And then from here, inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale. From here, left hand is flat. Pivot on that left heel, left pinky edge down, right foot flat. Shift the weight, tent right hand, right leg is up. From here, bend the knee, grab the foot, kick back. Once you're ready, flip it, reverse it. If you do, elbow towards the front, open it out. And you might fall. That's just real life. I showed you my good side in the beginning. Once you're ready, come on out. Child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Again, inhale. And exhaling. And I always say that falling is learning. It is the best teacher because you learn how to get right back up. All right, from here, let's make our way onto our backs. So we did a lot of opening. We did a lot of sneaky core work. Now we're just gonna let our bellies relax, our abs relax. So find a block. Have the feet hip width distance. So they're close enough to touch the fingertips. Then you're gonna press down with the feet, lift the hips up, and then you're gonna slide the block. The block has several heights. Like Goldilocks, pick the best one. Slide the block, need to low back. Hands can be on the hips. Palms flat, palms up. You might even want to bring the arms overhead if that feels good. Back head pressing down. Soften the shoulders. Breathe. Slow it down. Slowly lift the arms overhead, bring them back. Press down the feet, lift hips up. Move block the side, drop the hips down. Draw the knees towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug here. So you can lift the shoulders up if you like. Inhale. Exhale, pull it in. Once more. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Give yourself that big thank you hug. And then with that next inhale, let's take a full body stretch. Bring the arms overhead, legs towards the front. Spread the fingers and toes. Open, open, open. Then we're just going to do one little exercise to cultivate that full relaxing feel. So from here, with your right hand, imagine there's a rock in your hand and you're going to make it turn into stardust. You're going to make a fist, make it a very strong fist. And then from here, you're going to reach the arm right up towards the sky. So make it a really strong fist, get the knuckles to turn white, firm up the arm. Maybe the arm even starts to shake, firm it up even more, tighten it up, even more. And then from here, start to slowly release the fist, let the arm gently fall down like a little feather. Other side. Left hand, there's a rock, make it that stardust, make a fist. From here, reaching the arm right up towards the ceiling, from up the arm, get the arm to shake, tense up, even more, a little bit more, and release. Let the arm fall down like a ball leaf. Same idea with the legs. With that right leg, flex the foot, spread the toes, and kick the leg right on up. Shrug kneecap up, firm up the front of the thigh, even the back of it. Muscle the bones, and get that leg to shake even more. A little more, firm it up. And then from here, release it, relax the leg, let it fall down gently. Other side, flex the left foot, spread toes. Inhale, take that leg on up. Make that leg active. Muscle the bone, firm up the thigh, hamstring, calf. Maybe even that shin, even more. Relax it, tighten, get the leg to shake. and release. Let us gently sink on down. Now with the belly, the low abs. Inhale, take a full breath in. Exhale, just let the breath out. We're good. Inhale. Exhale, pull the navel in. Good. Now inhale, take a full breath in. Now with the exhale, like someone's going to do a little sucker punch to your low belly, firm it up. Press the low back down towards your mat, even more contracting, feeling the whole entire abs, maybe even noticing the definition of them. Tighten it up even more, a little bit more, and relax them. Oof. Let the chest. Inhale, take a full breath in. Exhale, let the breath out. Good, again. Inhale, another big breath. Exhale, let the breath out. Inhale, take a full breath in. Now hold the breath at the top. Start to add little sips of air through the nose. Even more. Even more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Little bitty sip. Exhale, let the breath out. All right, now at the face, I want you to make a really big expression. Open up the face, big smile. And now start to, with the exhale, really make a tight face, like someone upset you. Tighten out the brows, tighten up the lips, small face, even smaller, a little smaller, tiny bit smaller. And release it. Inhale, take a full breath in. Exhale, let the breath go. We'll end clasp in Shavasana. Legs straight, knees bent, your variation. Back to the natural breath. Slowly draw the hands to heart mudra. Arms pressing in towards the chest. Feel that heartbeat, that breath, that little reminder. You are alive. You have purpose. A little tug of the chin towards the throat, arriving on your mat, because I know that can be the most challenging thing, is just arriving. Up your eyes. From my heart to yours, thank you all so much for practicing. Let me know if you have any questions, feedback. Would love to hear from you guys. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye.